Hello, my name is Walter Lee Hilliard III, and I would like to introduce myself. I will be doing a inspirational, motivational podcast. I have a blog called inspirationalgumbo.com, inspirationalgumbo.com. Check that out. I also have a blog called universalsoulpower.com. That's universalsoulpower.com. Check it out when you get a chance. The universalsoulpower.com blog is a blog that focuses on racial issues, social issues, political issues. But let's talk about Inspirational Gumbo. When you check in with me, hopefully every day, I'm going to provide you with podcasts, interesting things in regards to how you can motivate yourself. Everybody wants to be motivated. As long as you're alive, you should be striving to be the best person you can be. I'm going to help you with that. I'm not just sitting around talking about something that you can't reach, some level you can't attain. What I'm talking about is I have a background in psychology. I have a master's degree in psychology, and I've also been a therapist. I've been a drug and alcohol counselor, and we have a terrible thing out here with this opioid addiction. But I've done all sorts of counseling, but I also always been interested in inspiring and motivating people. So that's what I want to share with you. I want to talk to you about self-esteem. I want to talk to you about motivation. I want to talk to you about goal setting. I want to talk to you, though, in a way where you become very, very inspired and you can come to count on me to give you the best that I have. So, Inspirational Gumbos podcast will cover a lot of things. Let me just give you a taste. The first thing I like to talk about when I do groups, whether it's drug and alcohol groups or just talking to a general audience, is I like to get them tuned into how life works. I like to raise their level of awareness. Your level of awareness is your ability to understand anything and everything that affects your life. So, the thing that I also want to get across to you is if you're unhappy, you haven't figured out how to make your life work. Does that mean I'm perfect? Does that mean any of us are perfect? No. This is just about sharing tools with you that work for me when I've been in tough situations throughout my life. Everybody goes through tough situations, and we will have more tough situations come about. That's just a part of life. So I want to give you the tools that have empowered me, have enabled me to become successful. Like I said, I've been a counselor, therapist, manager. I've been a high school and college basketball coach. I've done a lot of different things. And I didn't always have the exact background to do some of the things I did, but I was able to work things out and achieve the goals that I had set forth for myself. So, first issue I want to talk about is perfection. When I do groups, I always ask the audience, are you perfect? Of course, most people laugh. Most people say, of course, I'm not perfect. Who's perfect? But I always hit them back with, you are perfect. The perfect spiritual nature that you were born with, that your higher power inbred into your soul is always going to be there. Think about it. My higher power doesn't make faulty products, faulty human beings. So, if you were born with a perfect spiritual nature, it's all about it's all about raising your level of awareness. Your level of awareness is your ability to understand everything that affects your life. And if you're unhappy, then you haven't figured out how life works. So understanding perfection and that you have a perfect spiritual nature means that we have to look at our behavior. So you're perfect, but it's your behavior that's imperfect. Your behavior falls short. If your behavior is not perfect, what do you have to do? Correct it, change it. We're going to talk about those kind of issues. When we talk about, hey, people ask me, how can I change my life? Besides just acknowledging who you are, acknowledging your perfection, which automatically raises your self esteem, we also talk about goal setting. But I'm not talking about constantly sitting down and writing about your goals. I'm talking about getting your mind right to adjust to your goals. I'm talking about feeling. Everything in life, be it your values, what you want to attain, whether you want $1 million or whatever the case may be, is all about the feeling that you would achieve, the feeling that you get. So people miss this whole point in terms of how do I change my life? How do I become happiness? Happiness, by the way, is a byproduct of good living. But the bottom line is, it's all about becoming inspired. Becoming inspired because if you're perfect, if your higher power gave you this opportunity called life, then your higher power deserves to be the best that you can be, right? That's what it's all about. That's the bottom line. So as long as you're living, you're going to have failures. You're going to have change come about in your life. Relationships are going to change. People are going to come and go. So you have to acknowledge and raise your level of awareness. Again, your ability to understand everything that affects your life. Understand also that you are perfect, right? We have to set goals, and we'll talk about and get into details on how to do that. And we're also going to talk about the law of attraction. The problem I have with the law of attraction, and most of the people that teach the law of attraction, is that they don't give you no tools. What tools do you use to make the law of attraction come about? Well, you hear talk about feeling and other things, but I'm going to go over some tools that you can use every day. Tools that have worked for me, have worked for my clients, be it drug and alcohol addicted persons, be it people who I was giving therapy to. I also been a behavior specialist, so I'm going to share some of the things that I know motivate the toughest individuals. I've worked in employment and training. I've done groups in schools, colleges, and hey, I've worked with people who are unemployed, welfare clients. I have gone through 25 years of the toughest crowd. So I want to be able to share these things with you. So I'm going to encourage you to check in to Inspirational Gumbo, my blog, inspirationalgumbo.com, and my Inspirational Gumbo podcast. Peace.